It looks unprofessional and likely causes a lot of stress to not only you, but the business owner as well.
What's up? Bailey here, and for those who don't know me, I'm a virtual assistant, OBM, and mentor for people who want to start their own virtual assistant business. I left my toxic 9-to-5 almost 5 years ago, and since then have built a business that I'm proud of, that provides me the freedom that I desire, and that pays the bills to boot. And I'm here to show you how you can do it too. Looking back on my nearly 5 years in business, I have made a lot of mistakes, but I've also been able to celebrate some amazing successes as well. I will say time and time again that running a business is the hardest and most rewarding thing you will ever do, and I stand by that. But lately, I've been in a reflective stage of life and wanted to go over some important do's and the more important don'ts when running a virtual assistant business. These are taken from my mistakes, experience, and some general thoughts. By no means are these proven, but considering I'm on my way to the coveted 5 years in business mark, I think you can trust me. I'm going to break up the do's and don'ts into different categories and a few pillars of business: marketing, client management, and organization, so that we can take a look into each. Let's start with marketing, my favorite pillar of business, and a really important one if you want to stay in business. Some important things that you should do are selling your clients on the results of your work and not just how long it will take. By that, I mean that when you're pitching them, tell them what you will accomplish for them. It can be anything from not having to worry about their social media to a complete affiliate program. Don't just tell them, it'll take 10 hours to create Instagram graphics. Bonus points if you can add some feelings into the results. An example there would be that you will take care of their Instagram posting, therefore leaving them extra time to be with their son at night, or removing the overwhelm from their day. Emotions and results sell. Remember that. Quality over quantity every time. Focus on producing high quality work for your clients, delivering work on time, and going above and beyond. I really don't care if you work with 1, 2, or 10 clients. If you produce horrible quality work for them, you will be constantly hustling to get more and more clients, and soon enough, word will get around that you produce poor work and your reputation will take a hit. Referrals and testimonials are your best friend, and don't be afraid to get them. This is one of the biggest hurdles I see new business owners and even some established businesses encounter. They're too afraid to ask for a referral or a testimonial from a client. The fact of the matter is, if your clients are happy with your work, they will be delighted to give you a referral or testimonial, and most will do so even if you don't ask if you've made that much of an impact on them. Some things you should consider don'ts in marketing are the following. Cold pitching. Now, before I trigger a few people, let me elaborate on this a little bit more. On certain platforms, this is okay and is encouraged. But if you add me on Facebook and then automatically try to invite me to your group, Facebook page, or send me a message about your services, you will get unfriended so fast your head will spin. Calculate where it is and where it is not okay to cold pitch, and it's always better to formulate some sort of relationship with them before any sort of pitching happens. Never stop learning. You might think that you are up to date on the latest Instagram algorithm changes or the latest email list building strategy, and that might be the case, but these will change and you will need to be ready when they do. It can be difficult to always be learning, and I recommend to take some breaks in between business books or podcasts, but only a temporary break, never a permanent one. Don't try to market to everyone, everywhere, every time. Because chances are 99% of the people you're trying to market to either don't need your services, aren't who you're looking for, or have no idea what you do. And that takes a lot of your time and effort away from those ideal clients who need your services. It's important to create an ideal client avatar and market to them, not every John and Jane Doe. Now that you've gotten a good idea of what to do and not to do in terms of marketing, let's move on to client management. But before we get there, I have another important thing that all virtual assistants must do, and that's go smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm. If you're enjoying this video, please head over to the like button. I'd really appreciate it. Okay, now where were we? Client management. The first and one of the most important things to do when it comes to client management is trust your gut. Your gut knows more than your brain sometimes, and it picks up on subtle cues and hints that you might not consciously understand. If you see red flags from a client or just get a bad feeling, listen to it. Do not take the client just because you need the money. Trust me when I say there is a better client right around the corner. Now, I could go on for days about setting boundaries, but I'll try to make this quick. This is a very important thing that you need to do in your business. Set boundaries when it comes to how your client will be communicating with you, when you will be working during the day, how many meetings you will have, etc. If you don't have boundaries in place, you will drive yourself crazy and have clients driving you crazy very fast. Lastly, make sure that you communicate with the client. Communicate about the progression of a project, about any questions you have, even communicate about your day. Okay, maybe not so much the last one, but you get what I mean. Over-communicate versus under-communicate, especially if you're coming from an office setting where you can just yell down the hall or pop into an office to check in. That isn't the case online, and you need to make sure that your client feels secure and comfortable with your progress on their work. Moving right along, there are a few things that you should not do when working with clients. The first thing being, do not be afraid to talk pricing with them. When you're on a call with them, especially a discovery call, they will be expecting you to discuss pricing, and it's not a topic you should skirt away from. In addition to that, do not be afraid to raise your rates as you get comfortable, faster, and more skilled in certain areas. That's the beauty of being a business owner, is that you get to decide your worth, and trust me when I say that you will find clients that are willing to pay you your value. Do not do everything last minute. And this ties a bit into with the boundaries chat we had earlier in this video, but don't ever deliver anything last minute, half finished, or have to jump on calls last minute with clients. It looks unprofessional and likely causes a lot of stress to not only you, but the business owner as well. Finally, do not be afraid to be flexible with packages. Okay, this is more on the do side of things, but I did think it was important to mention. Now, when I say flexible, I don't mean not charging your worth. But if you have a client that needs a bit of an adjustment to a current package and it's going to bring in monthly revenue, it might be worth the change. An important aspect of running a successful business is organization, and that encompasses a lot of different things. For starters, do track your time on client tasks. Now, I'm not saying that you have to tell clients how long it takes unless you're charging hourly packages, but it's important that you track your time so that you know how long things are taking. This is especially important if you're charging value-based packages, because if you priced it too low, you might actually be losing money. Tracking your time also helps tell you how many hours you're working in a day, how much time you have to spend with each client, and how much time you have available in the future. It's important to formulate a routine. This will help you in all aspects of your life and not just business. Having a morning routine, a work routine, and even an evening routine will help keep things on track and you more organized and intentional for your day. Another great way to keep yourself organized is to have systems and software to help you with that. You can have a CRM or customer relationship management system, a PM or project management tool for the work you do with them, a time tracking tool, which I recommend Toggle for time tracking, that I mentioned above, a payment processor, onboarding systems, offboarding systems, you name it, you should have a system or a software for it. Now, these do take a bit of time to develop, but they will save you tens, if not hundreds or thousands of hours per year in your business. On the flip side, you shouldn't let distractions consume your workday. Those distractions look different for different people, and some of them can't be helped, but do not sit with your phone beside you if you're tempted to play a game, or in front of the TV if you have a big project to do. Minimize the temptation and distractions to help work go smoother. In addition, don't work in clothes that make you feel lazy or unproductive. It's okay to have some days when you're not feeling good and you have to work in your cozy clothes. But for the most part, work in something that makes you feel productive or motivated to do something. It can be hard to motivate yourself while working from home, so don't make it harder than it already is. Don't, and I can't stress this enough, give up on yourself. You can do this, and even if you aren't the most self-disciplined or business savvy, these are all things that you can learn. Anyone is capable of learning anything as long as they set their mind to it. If you enjoyed this video, then please hit the subscribe button below, smash that like button, and don't forget about the notification bell, which allows you to be the first to know when I post a new video. I create videos all about how to start your own virtual assistant business, and I get very real about the trials and tribulations of being a business owner. You don't want to miss it.